channel. Today I am going to be doing my January TBR. Yes, I know it's been months and months and months and months and months. I hope you guys missed me. I hope you guys are ready for me to be back in the content era, and I don't really have much of an explanation as to why I haven't been posting, except for the fact that I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling editing. I wasn't feeling like myself. I wasn't feeling like getting cute and getting on camera, and I also wasn't understanding why I felt like it had to be this big production. And so basically what I'm going to be trying to do in 2026 is to recondition myself to remember that these are hobbies. I'm allowed to have hobbies, and not everything has to be perfect. At the end of the day, I am not getting paid to do this, so I don't need to have the next best outfit, have the next best thumbnail, have the next best lighting. Like, I just want to make videos again. I have really missed it, and I need to remember that not everything is going to be perfect. Sometimes Ezra's going to be in the background screaming and yelling and wanting to be on camera with me, and sometimes I'm gonna look a mess, and that is okay. So bear with me during this process. I hope you guys will stick with me on this journey, and I hope you're excited to see what type of content I have in store for you guys in 2026, and also bully me in the comments and every other comment section in the future to continue posting, please. Thank you so much. So anyways, back to what I was saying. We are going to be doing my January TBR. I don't know if you guys remember, because like I said, it's been months, but I plan to start using these prompt cards, and I also mixed in mines from that wasn't even one of them, from the board game that I play here on my channel. So we're just going to pick 5 of these. I haven't put out a goals video yet, and I don't know if that will be out before or after this video, but I have made my goals for 2026, and one of them is to read less audiobooks, read less in general, if I'm being honest, but reading less audiobooks, because I have found that not only am I over consuming, if you would even consider that a thing, and I feel like that's what I'm doing, just because I know I can sit there and binge audio, and I can play it on fucking 3.5 times speed and crank a book out and beef up my goal. I just feel like I'm listening to whatever, whenever, and I'm not actually enjoying the books that I'm reading. And I also just miss holding a book, even if it's just my Kindle. I don't even read on my Kindle. I can probably count on one hand how many eyeball books I read this year, and that makes me really sad, because prior to like getting into being an admin for a Facebook group and doing a bunch of reading challenges and readathons and such, and just getting into audiobooks in general, I only read physical books, and I granted read way less books than I do now or did this year, but I felt like I was loving the books that I was reading more, and I want to get back to that, because I don't want this to be a competition with myself at the end of the day. So that is one of my goals. I have a couple of books here that I have picked out with that goal in mind. I also do plan to visit the library at least once a month, so obviously I don't have any books for that here, but those are also going to be something that I plan to read for the month. So anyway, whatever I pick out from that. Let's go ahead and pick our first prompt card and see what we get, and then I'll talk about book clubs at the end. So prompt number 1, we have husband pick. Let's X-nay on that, because he's working right now and I want to get this done. Sorry to you, sir. Let's redo this. Also, sorry to y'all if y'all think that I'm cheating first fucking game back, but listen, first game back, I want to pick my own books. Okay, prompt number 1 for real. Put 5 books in a circle, spin, and choose one. Y'all about to see me make a fool of myself? I'm in a full-blown bata right now. And if you don't know what that is, because it's a Spanish term, basically it's a muumuu or a nightgown, a nightshirt, whatever you want to call it. Because again, conditioning myself to remember that I don't need to be up here looking all fine, like fine shit. Like it's not that serious. So anyway, this is my stack of books. I actually have exactly 5 here because I knew I would be picking 5 prompt cards. And so I'm going to just put these in a circle and see which one I get. I have King of Envy, Happy Place, The Veiled Kingdom, The Wrong Mr. Right, and The Bad Boy Rule. These were just the ones that popped out to me when I was looking at my shelves because, again, I want to start reading physical books again, and so what better place to pick than from my shelves. So let me go ahead and put them in a circle. I don't know if I want to record that. I look crazy, but just know I'm doing it, okay? I'll be back. Some of y'all would have gotten so much joy out of seeing me spinning that circle, but I know I look stupid as hell. So anyway, I ended up getting The Wrong Mr. Right by Stephanie Archer, the second in a series that I started. Was it last year or the year before? Honestly, I don't remember, but I know for a fact that I read book number 1 for Rom-Com Swoonathon, which is the Swoonie Readers like Valentine's Day based readathon that they host in February. And that was a book that I read during sprints with my eyeballs in like 2 sprints, so in like 2 days split up. And so this is just one that I feel like I can get through easily, especially being that I want to get back into reading physically. So that's why it really caught my eye when I was looking at my shelf, because I figured this would be an easy read for me. Also fucking out of breath, bitch. So anyway, super excited about this one. Don't know much about it or don't remember much about it because I haven't thought about or like looked at the series in a while, but I'm excited for this to be book number 1. Okay, now let's go for prompt number 2 and let's get our breath back. Fuck. Okay. Oh, 2. That was a mistake. Prompt number 2 is Next in the Rainbow. So this book is pink. So what comes after pink? The rainbow. This is not a traditional rainbow color because it's Roy G. Biv, which is violet. And then what do people put after that? I'm not too sure. So I feel like it's free reign to pick anything that could be a part of the rainbow that isn't a part of the rainbow. My phone decided to run out of storage at that exact moment, and I did have the opportunity to look up what will be next in the rainbow after pink, but everything is just telling me pink is not in the rainbow. So again, we're going to pick another prompt. This shit is not working out for me. This better not be a sign. A bad omen, if you will. Okay, for real. The next one. Read a book with a non-linear timeline. Let me see if the ones that I have picked out have that. Sometimes Emily Henry be doing that, so let me see. Okay, if these cards keep being so specific, next time I'm gonna have to have my laptop here with me when I record because I had to stop recording so that I could look it up. But yes, I confirmed that Happy Place is a dual non-linear timeline. So I'm gonna use this for this prompt, which is perfect for 2 out of the books that I want to read in January. So let's go ahead and pick prompt number 3. Read the last book on the bottom of your shelf. You think I want to go in there right now and find that? Please hold. That just threw me off a little bit. Okay, actually, I am not mad at this one because it's a newer book to my shelves. I just shoved that bitch in at the end, as you do. And so it's actually Nick and Charlie, a Heartstopper novella. And I'm super excited because I have realized that Heartstopper has become one of my comfort reads. I read it for the first time in 2024, maybe, and I reread most of them this year, and so this should be fun. I'm super excited for this. I love Nick and Charlie. So yeah, I'm actually really happy that I got that card. Moving on to prompt number 4. we have a book set in a hotel or an inn. Okay, this one, again, I'm gonna have to do some digging because I know nothing off the top of my head. Okay, I found a pick that I am able to get out from my library as an ebook. And I've seen quite a few people talk about it. It was a pick for Book of the Month recently, and that is The Heartbreak Hotel. I don't know much about it except for I believe the woman is dumped and then she finds a way to make a deal with her landlord in order for her to stay in her apartment or place for free because she can no longer afford it without her partner. They're gonna rent out one of the rooms as a bed and breakfast. And so I don't know how that works, how it plays out, but I'm interested to see how their romance evolves. Again, going back to me talking about how I have just been overloading myself on audiobooks, I have really lost the love for like romance. I feel like I haven't read a good romance in a while. I've read one that I can think of off the top of my head, and it was one that I was not expecting, like it came out of left field. But like I just haven't really been able to dive into romance and my love for love anymore. So I'm super excited for this one, and I hope it is a banger. So last but not least, let's go ahead and pick our fifth and final card for the month of January, and then I'm going to tell you about the book club books that I plan to read as well. Fingers crossed, of course. Oh, okay. And the last one is reread a book you read as a kid. OMG. Okay, so I'm not a big rereader, but read as a kid is what really gets me because I also didn't read many books like that I own right now, you know. I think I'm going to read one of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books. I have been passing by the newest one, I think it's called Party Pooper, a few times in a couple different stores like Walmart and Target, and I was just talking about how it was one of my favorite series as a kid, that and Dork Diaries, and how I wanted to collect the series for Ezra for when he grows up. And so I think this will be really fun and really nostalgic and just what I need to get me back into reading. And it's definitely going to be something that I'll be able to take out from my library. So that is good for when I go and visit. I know I have something in mind to look forward to. So that is everything that I will be reading in January. We have The Wrong Mr. Right, Happy Place, Nick and Charlie, a Heartstopper novella, The Heartbreak Hotel, and one of the Diary of the Wimpy Kids. You guys will see which one it is or find out in the next TBR that I do. But I am super excited for this priority TBR. And then for book clubs, I obviously have the main ones that I always look out for. One being Swoony, but they have not announced any picks yet, so I'll be on the lookout for that. Then we also have Fiction Falls, which is hosted by Clint and Amanda, and they are going to be reading the Darker Shade of Magic series for the next couple months, and so I am hoping to get to book number 1. This is not something that I was ever like interested in picking up. Obviously, I've heard a lot about it over the years, but when I was watching Clint's like announcement for the picks, his synopsis of it made me interested, and so I'm excited to give this one a chance. I haven't read anything from V.E. Scrub either, so this should be interesting for me. And then we have my book club, which is on Facebook. I run a group with some of my friends, and we pick a book every month. Well, the team picks a few books, then we narrow that down to 4, and then we put up a poll, and the members choose what the book is going to be. And that one we also haven't chose yet, so I don't know what we'll be reading for that. And last but not least is the Bob Book Club, which is hosted by Clint and Hope, and I believe now Drew as well. And they're going to be reading Home Ice, which is a trans hockey romance, I believe, and I am super excited for this one. I still have yet to read a trans romance. And I am really getting into my queer era as far as literature goes, so I'm super excited to continue to expand on that and in my romance. And so I hope that I can get to that one as well. But that is everything that I plan to read for the month of January. But once again, thank you guys so much for being here and sticking around. I love you guys so much, and I'm so excited to be back. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.